How long have you been bringing tours to Bantry?
Well, this is only the second year. I brought the first one. I came out here out of festival time in October the year before, but I'd known about the festival for a very long time, almost since its inception, when I used to work for another company whose name I'd better not mention, but it was suggested then, and for some reason the dates didn't work out, certainly as far as I was concerned. But I've known about it and its reputation for many years, so when my company actually suggested we always go through at a certain time of year for the next calendar year, and we like to have some new things, otherwise one gets into a rut and it's the same tours being repeated year after year, some of which do, but it's always nice to bring some new ones in. And as soon as the director said, what about West Cork? I said, yes, that'll... Yeah, so, I mean, I was very keen from the start, and it certainly lived up to every expectation. But
I had met somebody who had been with the group last year, and they were speaking very warmly of it, so when I was choosing a leisure break with a focus, I thought, that'll do for me.
We were here for the opening concert on Friday, and sadly we have to go tomorrow morning, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And a varied number of concerts, and then some of us went to that wonderful late night concert last night. The Shostakovich Viola Sonata is absolutely stunning. I mean, that was certainly one of the highlights.
And what have been the highlights for you all?
A marimba.
Yes, I would say that. I thought it was such fun, and she was
completely mesmerised.
Yes, such virtuosity, and you know, this is the thing. As I think Bach would have to be my favourite composer if I had to choose one. But you know, I always say to groups that the strength of Bach is in the notes. It's not the specific sound. So you can orchestrate it like Stokowski, you can swingle it, you can get Lucia it, and to hear the flute and the marimba was just wonderful. It was, and it was fun. You know, music can be fun, but I hadn't sitting there with a smile. But she was so virtuosic. But Maria Cahan, I think we all agreed, was absolutely sensational.
Yes.
You know, in singing Vivaldi on was it Saturday or Sunday, whichever it was, in the church. I mean, that was world class.
And last night.
Well, Julian was there last night.
Yeah, I think that was fantastic.
The Shostakovich Viola.
It was a shame not more people weren't at that concert because it was a late night, because it really was, to my way of thinking, the highlight so far of the whole week.
And one of the highlights is the sheer variety of music.
I think
you've got everything from early Baroque, you know, early 17th century, to something that was written basically yesterday, or as near as damn it. You've got a composer in residence, you know, we've heard new pieces and we can agree or we like them or not like them, but you've got everything in between. You've got classical, you've got romantic, and that, I think, and also the times of day, the fact there's music going on all the time. If you've got the stamina, I think you can go to all the concerts, because they don't overlap, as you can't go to them and the masterclasses. But you could theoretically go to every single concert, I think. You know, some festivals, they overlap, so you have to choose one or the other. But I think the number of concerts, the fact you start at 11 o'clock in the morning and finish at 10:30 at night, that is a real attraction, I think.
And also the interviews beforehand at 10 o'clock in the Brick Oven. In fact, we've been to two, haven't we?
Yes.
And
some of the groups have gone off now to do the third one as an optional extra.
We thought it was very nice seeing a lot of youngsters around too, very young, obviously students, I guess, and recent students. Nice to see.
And it's good to be in a small enough place to feel you're really part of a music-making group, and you see the artists at breakfast, and the way that there is a balance between the new, which some of us find, you know, takes a bit of getting used to, but sandwiched between stuff that we've been listening to for a long time, and just encourages us.
The aspect that I've enjoyed is I just enjoy listening to music. I don't write music or play any instrument, but to me it's such a wide opportunity to hear so many different composers that normally we book regularly, we go to concerts, but obviously we choose those we know, the music we know, rather than be so adventurous. But here it's been such a great opportunity to hear so many different composers, and really sort of make me feel, it's whet my appetite to want to do more. But in addition to all of that, it is the fact of this close atmosphere here, which of the opportunity to hear and speak directly to the musicians themselves, and the excitement that they give, and just asking them where they got their instruments, how it came here. I'm so impressed that you bring these enormous instruments.
what I have loved and loving is the kind of energy that you get in a festival when you have a meeting of lots and lots of young people, young musicians, young listeners, and older, experienced, internationally known performers. That releases a kind of energy that I think the audience picks up on.
But there are other aspects which I think are important. For chamber music, the fact that one is so close, most of the audience, some further away at the back, for most of the audience you're really pretty close. If you go row F, which is what, 6th, 7th row, you're right at the back, the things there. And to be so close to the performance in chamber music is a great thing. You feel involved, you almost feel that you're playing. And of course you've got this wonderful room, which for chamber music is just ideal. Now people say some things about the acoustics, a bit dry and so on, but it sounds very good to my. But if you're sitting centre and you've got the gate for the staircase to heaven, and all those steps behind, and you're listening to this wonderful music,